How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Henry Stickmin Collection. We are seeing through completing the mission to a full completion. We're gonna complete completing. That's the mission that I'm setting for myself with this video. I'm squeezing in a little bit more recording tonight, not even anticipating finishing the game right now, because I know it's going to take another, 3 hours, and I can't even fit that in. My entire weekend has been this game, and I'm very happy about that. I'm not complaining at all. It's been wonderful, but I just need to, split it up in a way that works for me. Ruby stolen from Toppat, airship destroyed, government annoyed, Toppat leaders fled. Right, we actually fully took down the airship in that version. Is that the only one where the airship was properly taken down? That could be. The government annoyed. We haven't totally chased them away. They're somewhat willing to work with us. We only have 3 possible branches here. And in this one, there's 4. Yeah, that totally makes sense. That checks out. We will go with convict allies first, since I kind of saved that for late in the game last time. Busted out with convicts, allied with Ellie, and the warden defeated. Presumably, maybe some of those convicts are going to come back up. Maybe they're happy to have worked with us, and they think that we're maybe an okay guy. Taking down the ship, all the different things, us fleeing away with the Ruby, all the things. What a good summary I just gave of what came about and happened there in particular.
I know it's been a long ride.
It's pretty fast.
Almost there. You've heard of the Toppat clan, right? They have a secret base out here. I'm hoping
That's
they
funny.
might let us
She
join up
wouldn't
with
know
them now that we're on the run.
quite how well we know the Toppat.
Hang on.
Yes, sir. We found them. They took the bike here just like you said.
Oh, it's someone from the wall.
Send in the entire squad.
They kind of have their own theme song to go along with them too.
Don't worry about them. Focus on Henry and the girl.
I like that
Okay.
we're getting a bunch of wall members tied back in here all of a sudden.
We gotta get out of here. We're sitting ducks.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that to open back up again. I might have literally come back to that screen. It so rarely happens. I might have missed literally only that one guy there. Even if you were just to add up the cutscenes from this game, including all the previous ones, not just completing the mission, which by far has the longest and the most, there's 30 plus minutes of animated content there. That's impressive. Some other government. That's fun. I guess it is a foreign government entity there. Oh, that one guy on top is the one that I thought I had missed. Apparently he wasn't even a different character. I have already clicked him at some point. Alright, I like this setup a lot. I really liked it in the last game. It makes sense that they would have 2 and 2 altogether. That only creates 4 possible combinations. I was thinking about before, you could have done 3 and 2 and had 6, but as soon as you have 3 and 3, that's 9 fails, and that's a lot of complexity in terms of just thinking about different ways that things might potentially mesh together and still be funny and exciting. But also, that's just a ridiculous amount of time to commit to one thing. I'm glad more of this is coming up, though, because this is great. Let's tie a rope to the end of the RPG, and we can start boomeranging an RPG. You shoot it, rocket, it explodes, you reel it back in, shoot it again. I'm sure they're reusable, yes? That's more or less what we did. What was the plan there exactly? I laid it out very well in my mind. The way I specifically explained it, I think it made a lot of sense, and they just didn't execute it properly. Fly away with me tied to Ellie. Oh, we're both tied to the rope. Well,
Let's try
that
and get up to the
kind of worked. It worked way better than I thought it would. We're still going? That was the solution that played out correctly?
Got one of them right here, bro.
I would not have guessed at all.
Where's the other one?
Did he say bro? Do we have a pair of brothers here working for the military together? The number of different factions is getting more and more out of hand. Time machine, which we have not really made good use of. Or ever. I don't know if that's ever come up, is what I meant to say. But that makes me think of Harry Potter, that as soon as Hermione's given a time machine, they use it once and then they're like, no more. It was too useful. The Avengers is going to have to deal with that too. Time travel was too useful. We can't do it all the damn time. I go back to the Stone Ages or something. Wow, that's trippy.
You are now 1 month into your training. This is only the beginning.
Go all the way back in time and stop them from ever completing
you
their
boys will never
training?
be fit for combat duty.
Not just
I
brothers,
will
twins.
personally see to it that you are discharged.
Is that
Try and
actually...
get up to the.
Wait, who's flying the helicopter then? I guess someone could still be flying. There's just no crew in place to jump out and save
good?
them.
All right, let's get going.
The rocket is launching
That's so
in
funny
2
that the
Once
most
we get to the top of
sci-fi
this
heavy
tower,
choice is the one that
We'll cross
worked.
the bridge and be on the rocket. Hopefully, the Toppat clan will let us join.
They are here on the bridge.
Ah.
Open fire. Roger
It's
that.
so funny to me that undoing their entire character history is the thing that succeeded. I'm just gonna let him fall for that one thing. Dang, he ain't gonna be in Henry 7. That's a Rush Hour 2 reference from the blooper reel of Rush Hour 2. No, maybe it's the first Rush Hour. Chris Tucker, there's like a stunt man who wipes out. He forgets whatever line, or he's just joking around. I don't know. He ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 2. I miss when movies had blooper reels during their credits. That's how you get gold like that. I wanted to take a quick step back. Oh, I was trying to remember, like, why did I even want to take a step back? It's because there's one stupid guy in a tank there that I want to try and get a bio for. I'm not even gonna do it because I'll do the fails first. It's a long cutscene to try and get that one thing. Just we're disguised as a cloud of smoke. I wish there was a bio for that. How incredible would that be if it was like Henry Stickmin, and they just, he's a totally original character with his own personality traits. Oh, that's very convincing. The Corruptic. That just sounds very unique and interesting. Oh god. Just start glitching out the game world as much as possible, missing textures and things. It resets your game entirely. Alright, that's pretty brilliant. Completing the mission encountered an error. Returning to previous location.
Let's try and get up to
Oh, okay, that's funny that it had that to go along with it. I kind of thought that... Wait, now everyone's T-posed. I was like, the game's just being helpful and transporting us back along. What is the fuck? Vision mailed. I think something went wrong. All the buttons are like in the wrong places and stuff now too. The sound effect to go along with the gun head, it's so funny that it took a minute to realize how broken things still were at that point. Oh, the Corruptic was a wild ride. That was too good. All of these fails are so complex and so funny.
And be on the
Rocket's
rocket.
launching in 2 minutes.
Hopefully
That
the
does
Toppat
not
clan
give
will
us
let
a
us join.
lot of time. Right, this guy radio's down. This is the guy I'm trying to click on. I'm going to start clicking now, preemptively. I already had him. I kind of thought I clicked the guy in the tank, so I wasn't too sure about any of that. Use the musical block. Woohoo! It made sense. I couldn't even, picture how that might fail.
You're not Toppat.
No.
Hey.
We're here to join you.
Is that a
We're wanted, just like
non-cybernetic
all of
top or right-hand man?
You're the guy that stole our ruby. You do have some skills. We'll let you join, as long as you return the ruby. Don't
I guess in this version he
Those two
wouldn't be.
belong to me. You're coming with us.
That's not Charlie again, is it?
Yeah, this is Charles. Following up on that disturbance we
Charles.
saw at the
I
bridge.
like to call him Charlie.
Yeah, turns out the
We're
Toppat
close like
leader's right
that.
here. Wait, is that Henry? Henry? Come on, help me take down the Toppat.
What do we do?
Oh, we really have a major divide going on here. Help no one. Oh, just help Ellie, I guess, is more what that choice would be. This is such a classic conundrum. Quite the pickle we're in. Where's the option to just turn into a pickle and worry about myself? A rose, the wall icon. That's funny that they've... Oh, her name is Ellie Rose. I was thinking, that's funny that they've made the rose kind of her thing, because when she joins the Toppat clan, she gets a pink hat with roses on it. Her name is Ellie Rose. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I'm in this with you, Ellie. You and I together. Oh, God, I thought she was going to stab me in midair. Just some
3,
massive betrayal.
2,
Quite the predicament.
1.
Guess we're just going to space. Hope they got some spare oxygen up there. Just a little bit for us to suck up, maybe, and just enjoy a little. I think we're toast. Normally, you want to be inside the rocket when it goes into space. It worked for Spider-Man. Okay, I thought maybe we could get away with that. Well, my second choice would be to help Charles. Not necessarily the government, specifically him. No one's gonna shoot us down while we're doing all that?
All units fall back. We're going into the big play.
I was gonna say Charles is really one-manning this. I mean, in a lot of ways he is. We're helping him, but that was like all his doing. Of course, teaming up with Charles would pay off.
Yeah! Nice work, both of you.
We're the triple threat, or the three amigos.
Reporting the base.
Anytime we put our heads together.
You're never gonna guess who they are.
Henry? Well, and if it isn't Ellie too.
It's a good guess.
Wow. Thanks for your help here today. I didn't think we could trust you after last time. I guess we owe you one.
Well, now
Trust
that
is
you
definitely an
mention
issue,
it,
yes.
We do have kind of a criminal history problem.
Yeah, I figured that was coming. I suppose you've earned a pardon.
Dope. Pardon pals. Look at us. We just get like a chill life together now if we want. Whether it's as friends or more romantic. Who will see after a couple more glasses of champagne? Or perhaps out of after a nice frothy beer. It seemed like the perfect segue. When else was I going to drink that? You don't want to just dive straight into the beers when playing video games. You want a nice, good segue, something that leads into it so it makes a little bit of sense. Next thing you know, the characters are having a couple drinks of their own, and then big bang boom, Bob's your dunkle, and then you can go ahead and have your own beer and celebrate alongside them. It's like 1 in the morning. I've been playing a lot of Stickman lately. Maybe I'm losing my marbles a wee bit along the way. I would choose to help the Toppats first. I have no real allegiance to the wall whatsoever. They kind of were just awful to me. They locked me up, and then that was pretty well the extent of that. So yeah, we'll try and rekindle those friendships, those relationships. It's pretty good teamwork.
Uh-oh. I gotta fall back.
These guys are like really well
Now
organized.
get strapped in. We're about to blast off.
Didn't I
Wow.
destroy your airship?
That worked.
Oh god, I was like, wow, that's another success. That's very unexpected.
You've taken everything from me.
How are you
My
not dead?
reputation is ruined. Now I will ruin you.
That was hardcore. That's also a complete ending? Huh. I'm like anticipating that to
Everyone,
not work
I'd
out
like to
again.
welcome our new members. They really showed their gusto when it counted. Also, they promised to return the ruby.
It's very hard to click everyone. Did we? I promised to return the ruby? That does not sound like me, honestly. That's not my typical. Hey, we got a totally new hat. A little Henry hat. Oh, because in this version, we wouldn't have stolen his hat and his bling. So that makes sense that it would be a little bit different than what we had seen before. We have right-hand man when he's not enhanced in any way. He still serves as Reginald's number 2. His extreme loyalty is what a Toppat member should strive for. I mean, you should try and define yourself and your personality outside of strictly being a very loyal follower. You should try and have a little bit more of your own personality, I would say. Matteo Gertchev, one of 3 people in the wall that actually knows how to operate a tank. Is Matteo in one of the previous games? I'm not going to go hunting for him. Dmitry Johannes Petrov. He lost quite a few teeth in the escape incident, as he now speaks with a lisp. He's the one that Ellie would have clobbered with like a stop sign. So that makes a lot of sense. 10 pence. When he joined the Toppat clan, he only had 10p to his name. He keeps the name to remember his origins. 10 pence. Weak sauce. Wow, there's some bad nicknames mixed in through these 200 and some characters, but weak sauce it's pretty low in the pool of sauces and names. He's been on the verge of getting kicked out of the clan multiple times. Mr. Angry. This guy has an actual anger problem. It doesn't help him fight or anything. It mostly just distracts everyone. Dima Pensky. This is his first time ever being out of the country. He didn't know there was this much green in the whole galaxy. Dima Pensky. Ray. I'm not, there's not like a real connection between their name, but for whatever reason, there's a Star Wars reference there. Dolan Torkov. He has a personal vendetta against the Toppat clan, so he made sure to come on this mission. Todd Tater. He used to be a Spud son, but he married into the Tater family. So he went from one potato to another. Bill Cook. Before he joined the military, he lived in a house with way too many people. There's too many cooks in that home, specifically in the kitchen now and again when it's mealtime. Conrad Bukowski. He joined the military with his twin. They've always been on missions as a pair. Calvin Bukowski. He joined the military with his twin. They've always been on missions as a pair. And then there's like an alternate timeline version of them where that never happened. And now 2 years prior, their superiors, Bob Pants. His father was a pants salesman, but he broke tradition and went into the military. So he was a pantsman. And then Paul Penn. He claims he's related to Sean Penn, but he's never been able to prove it. I guess Sean Penn's like the only famous person I know with the last name Penn. There's Penn and Teller, but what name is that? Is that his first name? As soon as I saw Paul Penn, I thought of Sean Penn. That's very strange that association runs so deep in my brain. Ivan Petroteva. He forgot to switch out of his Ushanka before coming into the jungle and sprinting up a bunch of stairs. So he's kind of sweating it out a little bit. Grigory Olyat. His arm is still freshly broken after being hit by a car during the escape incident. It's a little over the top, perhaps. We have not encountered that string of characters, although this guy looks a little bit like the chatty one who likes to like Hearthstone and whatever the other guy was, like Binding Trinketson. Isaac Binderson is who, and Heathstone is kind of who I think those characters might end up being. Oh, but they weren't Top Hat guys. So who knows? Unless they changed allegiances, could be totally unrelated. Top Hat recruits. I don't even know if I remembered to read that previously. That's really funny that there's actually 2 endings branching out at the end there, which makes me think there's these 15 separate paths, and that would make the 16 possible endings. So maybe there isn't more of like a secret thing once you've completed all the rest of them the way I was suspecting that there might have been. And what if we choose to help the guys on the wall? I don't know if they'll be very receptive or be willing to help.
You'll never see the light of day again.
Well, yeah, that doesn't work out very well for us. Seriously, we just get to be locked back up. Frozen. JJ 220 and 221. If you can't leave them, join them. Does that count as joining them? That seems very against our will, and that we're just kind of stuck like that. It doesn't seem great for us. Grapple! No, I wanted to grapple. Henry will remember that. We're flipping it around on Ellie there all this time later. Now we are the one who can do the remembering. And catch. Didn't really do much to brace yourself there, did ya? Fatso. Come on, I don't know. Maybe that's more on Ellie. I feel like I've been doing a lot of exercise here, running around for all these years, doing all these crazy stunts and things. I should be in decent shape. What's her deal? Can't she grab hold of an entire free-falling, like 200 pounds of a person on the edge of a cliffside like that and not be ripped down? What's the deal with that? How is that on me? A controller and an RPG. Maybe I just get to control the projectile of the rocket. If you ever played, I think it's Nightfire. Wrong kind of RPG for a controller. Still gave you control though. So yes, it technically worked. It just didn't really play out the way we wanted. Wrong kind of RPG is a very funny joke as well. But I think it was Nightfire that me, my buddies, Alex and Andy, would turn on like rockets only or RPGs only, because when you shoot them, you go into this first-person perspective of the rocket where you get to like navigate the map and try and blast each other. So we would all hide with rockets and then shoot them, trying to find each other through the map. You couldn't hit any walls or anything. Fun, silly challenge. It'd be funny to do videos like that on the channel someday. Could happen, potentially. Well, so long, controller, you beautiful son of a bitch. Thank you, Wings. Very cool. It was neat. I'll give it that. It was a neat end result. It just didn't really do anything for me. So, working with Ellie always pans out quite well. Especially when I get 2 good endings out of that. I stole a ruby, airship destroyed, government annoyed, Toppat leaders fled. Then I fled undetected, but I left Ellie abandoned, so I would have to worry about her coming back in the end. I've made some serious enemies along the way. She'll remember that, and I just am gone.
Good evening. The Toppat clan continues to remain untouched by the governments of the world.
They're
Their
aware
rocket
of them
launch
now.
earlier this week has placed the space station in a stable orbit
They've
around
already
the globe.
done the launch.
The station has plenty of room to store all the clan's members as well as the stolen valuables. Among these valuables is
Looped
the priceless
fruits.
gold and emeralds stolen from the Queen of Norway's chambers just last year. The Toppat clan are also thought to be the ones responsible for the theft of the
Gotta
remaining
complete my
rubies
collection.
and Tunisian diamonds.
He's already
The
on
orbital
it.
station allows the Toppat clan to easily raid any place on Earth.
2 weeks after launch. I guess if I'm not specifically working with the
Chief.
government,
Our satellites have picked up a hostile object.
don't really have many allies. Oh, the way it goes through his hat is so funny. I didn't notice that before.
No.
We rocket
Well, just
scootered.
shoot it down.
No, I doubt you can. Too small of a target. But I'll just barrel straight to the side of you. Oh, it eventually didn't work. Plan of attack, fly in a straight line and do nothing. Well, it almost worked. Is this close? I'm kind of just thinking, like, I want to look back at the hub again and just kind of think through that. I kind of screwed over the government a little bit, just took out the Toppat airship, so that's not something I have to go along with, but they're still intact. The Toppat leaders fled. I have continued to pursue my life of crime, and then fleeing the complex, again, just looking out for numero uno, doing my own thing, not really picking up allies along the way. Like, no one wants to work with me, so I'm just flying solo through all this and doing my own thing here. I love seeing the different ways that all plays out. Looks like he's doing a barrel roll. Then fire the big bomb. Yeah, that seemed pretty effective, honestly. I like how you could see the like polygons of the bomb. That was an aileron roll. I was doing the wrong kind of rolls, perhaps? I'm actively looking it up. The thing you call a barrel roll, where the plane does a full 360 rotation along its longitudinal axis, is an aileron roll. Who knows what a barrel roll in a plane is? My understanding, a barrel roll is a little bit harder to explain, but if you had a cylindrical object and the plane flew outside and around the circumference of it until it was back upright again, so it is upside down at one point, but then it continues back around forward like that. That is a barrel roll. But just doing that is and again, the other 180 degrees is an aileron roll. Who knew? Just learned that now today. A barrel roll does seem like it would be a more effective evasive maneuver, honestly. So that you learn something every day. Light speed. Thrusters, I tell ya, they never work out. You forgot to hold on to your butts. It's a very specific reference to something where, I don't know, Star Wars or whatever. What things do people go to light speed in? Mosquito mode. He's so compressed in there, but somehow that worked so crazy well. Oh.
Status report.
The way you squeeze out the other end of it is very
we completely
disturbing.
missed. And
I didn't
they're,
like that
they're on
very
the ship
much.
now. Completely missed. We spent so much money on that.
So stressed. Weapons, gravity chamber. The gravity always goes well. It's number one. Maybe knock out their oxygen. The vault. A big fan. Big fans always get in the way of vaults. Oh my God. Did he actually just recreate crossing the pit? I think so. And it's the most incredible thing I've ever seen. I actually asked in the interview I did for that Flashlight episode, like, hey, did you ever think about like repurposing crossing the pit in some small way so that it could fit into the larger Stickmin series, even though it was never really a Stickmin game? And he was kind of like, nah, I wanted to focus primarily on new content, and it's not Stickmin. You dirty bastard. But that's such a wonderful surprise. I'm actually so glad that I didn't find out ahead of time. I like straight up refuse to let this joke, this payoff, go unappreciated. This is like one of the first things Puffballs ever made back in 2007. A guy just fails to cross a pit. His options are to leap. It doesn't work. Failure. I mean, it's a failure in the way that you would expect it to be. Pole vault tosses you down into the middle. Catapult, a much quicker way down into the middle. Ramp, pretty effective. Works all right. Speed your way down through. I don't know how a mosquito little thing is going to give us access to a car. We managed to spit an entire person out of its little nozzle, so could be. Light yourself a quick fuse and rocket across. I mean, the end result of all of these is that you end up down in the middle. The bridge, which, like, how could that fail? Right. That seemed like so foolproof at a glance there. Cannoning your way across, which I guess kind of came back in Stealing the Diamond, I believe. And the teleporter. The teleporter legitimately has existed all the way since way back then. And even then, he still enters the same combo that he's the bottom, top, left, center button. So that's hilarious too. Slightly lesser known. I'm like blown away. I'm reeling. I'm so excited about this. I hope people appreciate I'm sure everyone's as excited as I am. The funny thing is jump farther. Yeah, we'll try next time. He could play around with them in a few different ways. There's actually a reason to be jumping across the ledge. There's the fail text to go along with all of these, and technically one of them has to work now. So I'm very curious to see which one could actually potentially work. Oh, that's like when you see someone kind of clip a diving board on the way down. Well, you had good form at least. Yeah, you just needed more room to run up to it, I think, was the main thing you're dealing with. You should have used a trebuchet. They're far superior. I'm pretty sure there's a subreddit that's like, our trebuchets rule or our catapults suck or something. And it's entirely dedicated to just talking about how great trebuchets are. The ramp? Oh, it's the teeniest, tiniest little go-kart. Don't worry, the Toppats validate parking. That even played out in like the identically similar way. I was thinking there wasn't room for it. They just ended up making it the tiniest little car imaginable. A full-on fancy firework-looking rocket. That's a long ways down. You just lit a rocket. Rockets explode. Even if it didn't shoot you down the shaft there. It was going to blow up. Either way. Oh, well. Didn't measure that out very well. Measure once. Cut twice. Oh, wait. I actually, like, read that. For a second, it even threw me off a little bit. Oh, he's got good form. That was the main issue you had the last time you used the cannon. Bad form. Kaboom, baby. So all those played out, like, basically identically. I'm glad to have gone back and quickly revisited. And the teleporter. Which, I guess this is it. This is the time. It has to work. Oh, no, he's totally fed up with that. It's blasting him through every game. And then just standing on lava for half a second in water, space, getting run over by the thing. Oh my god, there's like Mario characters, there's a golden poop, there's a luchador mask. There's so much to look at in that tiny little sequence of things. We're in the vault. Oh my god, we went through like a Pac-Man game and stuff. There was so much that happened in that 1 second. Part of me was thinking that it would be kind of cool. There's the most fail counts there's ever been in a moment. It'd be cool if there was one segment here where you had to choose a sequence of 2 or 3 buttons, and then they all played out in different ways. That was so much more interesting and satisfying because it was just kind of bananas. The unpredictability of it, but then also the amazing reference back and payoffs and everything. You can't click those guys for bios. That seemed worth a quick check. Getting run over by the bank truck, bad time. There's so much to see here. It's too much. It's overwhelming. I can't even... There's just a picture of where the rupee is supposed to go. Hey, it's the top hat with like the cobwebs on it from the one guy who's like the oldest top hat leader there ever was. Well, I could just wall clip my way through. I could smash. Yeah, I'd go full Hulk on that thing and just start breaking it a bit. Goku. Hey, the clock crew from Newgrounds. Wow. Jeez, calm down. Should utilize that more often. But, like, learn to reel it in a little bit. I was expecting closer to Stan Lee on The Simpsons, where it's like, oh, I swear it worked once. This feels very like Super Mario 64 speedrun glitching. I'm sure it applies to like any sort of speedrunning or glitching. You clipped through the wrong wall. Oh my god, the attention to detail of creating the layout of this spacecraft so that you could do a wall clip cutout like that. That's a lot of effort for that joke. It's a hard move to pull off. You have to be frame perfect. I guess it could be Mario Kart. There's a million games that could apply to. Well, I don't want to eject it, but in some small way I do think that might work. That gives us an opportunity to go, like, fetch it. The eject button ejects. Well, what do you know? Well, in a game where the whole thing is to try and create moments that are unexpected and unpredictable, I guess the best way to really satisfy that is to now and again be predictable. You come to expect the unexpected. Well, guess what? That's exactly what you would expected, and that's why you didn't expect it. And they pulled one over on you through that. Open her up. Take her away. Complete your collection. See something, say something. Oh, there isn't...
Oh, no, you don't.
Clicking on that one didn't count.
Found that intruder. Excellent work. I knew I could count on you.
Hang on a minute.
This is the guy that stole our ruby. Now he's trying to steal our emerald.
Oh, damn. I've doubled up on my crimes, have I?
With pleasure.
Guitar lessons. Ooh, chance time. I'm guessing they can't, maybe there'll be a copyright-friendly version of that.
1 sec.
No, you just roll dice. Oh, no, I have to give my emerald to him. Chance time always screws you over. Pretty much always, yeah. Now and again, you'll pull up the thing that's just like, yes, star coming my way, and then you give it to the guy who's already in first anyways. It never works. Never. I'm really falling behind on catching these guys. I haven't even found half of them, I don't think. Just start crying, screaming. Oh. Oh, bad. You really messed him up there.
Right-hand man, what happened? What's going on?
Breach in Orion Lounge.
He's not coming back.
We can't let him get away with this again, not twice.
Hey, Chief, we spotted him.
Seems like
outside.
it's working really well.
Fire Supreme Dominance now! Whoa. Okay. Charging up Supreme Dominance for you.
You're just gonna punch a hole in the earth instead. He was obviously Fusro dying, and I'm just trying to figure out what the heck he actually said, and I think he just said Roda or something. We could do the grow and shrink. Hey, it's like we've already used the shrinking chip to try and steal away the rupee, and I think it actually worked. Maybe. But now we have the growing version of it, which is funny. Or we could go Super Henry or load save. From the save state? Was that in completing the mission? When did we do that?
Whoa. Okay. Charging up Supreme Dominance for you.
Wait, am I just looping back into the same exact moment?
Dominance now!
How many times do I have to load that to pay off? Because we definitely did like a save state exploit as one of the possible endings, and then nothing happened. Where am I in the branch? There's only one possible fail to be found there, so that means that one of these works and one doesn't, and that's just kind of a goofy joke, unless there is a red achievement or something. Assemble a crew. No, I don't have that one. I'm doing okay on finding the secret achievements, honestly, and those two are totally secret, so that's the only way I could possibly hope to discover it is accidentally, so I just gotta keep trying to spam this a few times. I loaded it like 4 more times, and the fact that nothing's come of it yet makes me think it's not gonna. Are we gonna grow that? Oh! Supreme dominance indeed. Supremely effective. Oh, god damn. That's very strong. Guy really works on his core strength. Oh, it totally robbed him of his escape pod, too. Well, completed our trifecta of gems. I really like that came back around.
The Toppat orbital station has been completely
and we stopped them. We took down their whole operation.
Details at the moment.
We independently by ourselves
seen entering the atmosphere.
benefited.
The chief's escape pod was found, but there is nobody inside. Government
like we have our new gem and completely
survived.
stopped them. Jewel Baron. Like, obviously when they made stealing the diamond, there wasn't this idea of like, yes, eventually we'll have the 3 jewels. But I bet as soon as there was the rupee in that other game, when putting this one together, there was this realization of like, oh, this could become like a recurring thing. The diamond alone was worth like 120 million. If he has possession of all these, what's he have right now? Like a quarter, a third of $1 billion? Henry's crazy rich. You gotta learn when to call it quits, Henry. You keep committing to this life of crime here, and sooner or later it's gonna catch up with you. I mean, it's caught up with you like a couple hundred times over the course of all this. But, you know, permanently, in a way that cannot be avoided. Super Henry. Wow. You need like 6 more emeralds before you can transform into Super Henry. Gotcha. He like consumed one as if he was doing like Chaos Emerald Sonic or whatever. I don't know those games well enough. How is that a part of the Sonic series? He used to just be a hedgehog that ran fast. I haven't played many Sonic games. Is that clear? Chuck it at him. Or try and bribe them? It was a pretty good toss. Pretty good attempt. Hey, that thing is really heavy, okay? Similarly, when we stole the diamond, we tried to jump with it, and it was really heavy. I can't remember if there was a moment with the ruby where we tried to do something, and it was way too heavy. A quick bioscan. I know we've uncovered a couple more along the way, and I should probably keep an eye out for... I wish there was like a little check mark or something to tell me the entire page had been totally cleared at that point. Like, I don't think we've been down whatever that branch of guys is just yet. Complete page. Probably haven't seen any of them. The Marble Man. He's not strong like Marble. He just likes marbles. It seems like a very childish, but like kind of sweet that this man has loved marbles just his whole life, and it's really been his entire thing. Bloodhound. A master at hunting down people and objects. He is the guy responsible for filling up the brig with bounties. Wow, he's like singularly responsible for their wealth, then, it seems like. Sarah Conifers. Is this like a really lame version of Sarah Connors, who instead travels in time to save trees? She's a firm believer that AI will one day try to take over the world. AI? Maybe it could be like Aspen intelligence. I could not think of like a horticulture or forestry term that started with an I to make that pun stronger. Waxwell Gex. His parents named him after a lizard. Or was it a gecko? Is that supposed to be like the Special Agent Gex character? Kind of. Pendle Toad. His favorite ice cream is Rocky Road. I love when they rhyme. This one is very completely missed. And I don't even know what branch that's a part of. He's got a big hole in his hat. I don't know where to go searching for these particular guys here. That one's... Damn, I feel bad that I missed it, because it's going to take some pretty deep exploration to dig that back up. Those are the ones I'm most concerned about being able to track down. This one could be a little tough too, actually. Oh, no, it's probably a part of the stuff I was just doing. This guy's as tuned out as Charles, and I love that about him. Weird alternate reality evil Charles. I'm gonna have to go hunting for some of that stuff later. I can't even barely tell where to begin looking. Pure-blooded thief. Ruby stolen, airship destroyed, government annoyed, Toppat leaders fled, faked death, did not meet Ellie. So that's not gonna play out as well. We have our simple series of thieving things up and making off on our own. And then him kicking that truck over the edge there and assuming that we had died.
Yeah, can I speak to the chief, please? Not available? Well, look, I was just wondering if the rocket plan was still in action. You know, the rocket plan. Firing up that space station into orbit. Yeah, the one where we can just sit around. No, you know, luxurious lounges, plenty of room, great view of Earth, far enough away from any meddling governments.
You guys are excited about just kind of having somewhere to chill in space?
Yeah, right, we're leaving from that jungle base then, right? What? Relax, mate. No one's going to be listening in here.
You're just telling all, though.
You really think someone's going to try and steal an entire rocket? You must be mental.
We're going to steal their rocket? That's... I guess if we don't know specifically about the valuables that they have within the rocket, then stealing the rocket itself is somehow the next best thing. Hey, I've seen him come up at the bio page a few times. Just go ahead and take me right out. Ooh, off to a good start. I feel winded just seeing that happen, honestly. I thought we were going to get shot down. Again, I have to go through this opening little bit. Dang it, there's clearly someone there right on the edge, and he's going to be so hard to click on. Maybe it's never going to happen. Maybe I would have already clicked him in a different... Like, when things are scanning left to right. Jump! I was curious how confident you would be in your ability to do that. Sweet hops, bro. But then, like, is that like a skate reference, maybe? Not so much that, but the fact that if you try and hop at all, you just start clipping through things. You could just vaguely be making fun of that in any old thing. Shrinking down the handlebars. Not very flexible, are you? Me neither. That's as far back as you could go. I mean, that was incredibly bad. That was a very, very bad stretch back.
Oh yeah, sure thing.
Just gotta ask nicely. Maybe we should try and be polite more often.
Just zipped right by me. I couldn't do anything about it. He was too fast.
Too fast.
Who is that? Can we stop him, please?
Please. He's not recognizing Henry. There's no shoop-de-whoop hidden in that.
You're not allowed to change heads.
There's the green one.
Now drop it. Getting on my nerves over.
Items. Grab myself a nice crate full of proximity mines. Not quite what I was looking for. Hey, that's mine.
It's so hot. Look, you're not allowed to change heads, alright? Now drop it. Getting on my nerves over.
Wearing a black hat is extra hot. That's funny. Oh, he did a stunt off of it like Mario Kart style, but then you got blue-shelled Mario Kart style. Dread it, run from it. The shell arrives all the same. For some reason... They went with an Avengers, like, Infinity War reference? Why?
Look,
it's very strange to decide to bring that around. Well, just crash right into them then, straight through the middle.
Been spotted on the premises.
Swap hats, new bio? Not gonna try to help or anything.
Close the main door, immediately.
What a great friend, very reliable. Well, running straight through worked the first time. Lag. It did actually give me quite a bit of time. Drill! Just blast your way straight through there. Because ramming is definitely the way to go. Drill, go brrr. I'm not very good at onomatopoeias. I can't really do anything remotely accurate to go along with that. And spiked wheels. Just rip our way right up the top of the side there. Hell yeah.
He's riding straight up?
It's gonna work forever.
Trying to steal our rocket? We'll take care of this.
You're on to me.
Oi, Chief. Got a clear shot here.
Yes, go ahead.
This goofy New Zealander. Hammer, hammer, hammer. It's clearly time for hammers. Holy goddamn. It's a hell of a hammer. Would any hammer have worked in this scenario?
Emergency launch protocol activated.
Emergency launch. Usually things are emergency, like, canceling of launches. Oh, I just barely got the guy in the background. My hand wasn't on the mouse. Are most of you not on the ship here? That's wild. What a strong grappling hook. Why are my tools never anywhere near that strong whenever I try to bust anything like that out? I can't believe that worked. Return to sender. This guy just likes to look on to major things happening. If it's the same guy who saw me enter with like the mosquito tube and things like that, he just witnesses a lot of stuff going on. Full speed, thrust. Well, yeah, okay, that's how you do it. Oh, nope. I wasted the rocket fuel quite quickly. Out of gas. What was the plan? What is the plan once I have this spaceship? Like, presumably it has food meant for an entire crew full of people for like decades or who knows how long. Caught a big one. Oh, he just looks kind of unimpressed. Like, ah, damn. I get to die now because this guy's dumb and thought that he could single-handedly steal a rocket. Precision shot. Show Charles how it's done. That was pretty great. Why are you not the one doing that anytime that the need came about? 1 year later of sweet, sweet rocket life.
Welcome to Stickmin Space Resort. Built out of a former Toppat base, it's been refitted for your luxury enjoyment.
I just completely
The
took
Toppat's
over
board had
and
reformed and
made
now work
people
as
live how I
criminals.
want.
The Toppats that remained on Earth were arrested, as you know. The resort is run by the man himself, Henry Stickmin. You may wonder, why did he steal a criminal clan's rocket and decide to turn it into a resort? We may never know, but hey, you wouldn't be here if that didn't happen.
It is a little
Enjoy the
confusing. Stickmin Space Resort for some reason. This little bow tie. This is a really weird thing that's going to mean nothing to anyone but me. But there's a guy that I used to make little games and projects with who went by Pelamis McSoy. And he made little stick characters for his things, and one of them was a stick character with a red bow tie. So I know that the two of us together were too small time for anyone to care about or ever reference. But in a small little way, I get like to think of that and have like a sweet memory, even though that's not what was intended. But why did he do that? Why did he make a resort? It seemed like everyone was wearing fezzes or just really tiny red top hats. I don't know what the deal with any of that was whatsoever. If I just do nothing, literally using the other hammers were independent, separate fails, which doesn't make any sense, it's just very funny. First try, give me a mulligan on that one. Wait, a gimme? No, gimme is where you get to the end result. The mulligan is a retry. I haven't golfed in a while, apparently. Come on, man. Not much of a brain in there to begin with. And now you've just turned what was left of it to mashed potatoes. Good work with your potato mashing hammer. It's like going at it like crazy. Not crazy enough. Only 95 more hits to go. Did he get 5? Did it have 100 health and it was doing 1 damage each time? Is that how we're measuring that out? The closed entrance. Ah, the battering ram. That has come up before. Still ignoring those physics lessons. I can't. The basket. We put the basket out in front and then we dropped like the heavy ruby in the front of it. That's one of the points that the ruby had come up being heavy. So that's come up with every individual one of these giant gemstones. And there's the recurring payoff there. So it's a layered multitude. It's a recurring thing on numerous levels. All right, a bunch of new bios. Con West. He was in the music production business, but one plagiarism accusation later, and he gave up and joined the Toppats. So he's Kane West? I guess he's like Kane rather than, I just wanted to read it as Kanye minus the A, but it's more like Kane West. Sal Malone. He used to be in the Mafia, but wanted to branch out because he felt there were already too many Italians. Sal Malone is something. Sam Malone, I think, is the bartender in Cheers, maybe? Or Sam Malone something else. Sal Malone's a random character and a thing I don't know. Sam Malone is the guy from Cheers. Sal Malone is just combining Italian names, I'm sure. It's something as simple as that. Mr. Lincoln. He's not related to the president. He just looks a lot like him. It's actually, I guess, because he's so known for wearing a top hat that's a really funny little payoff. But they gave him a red top hat to keep it a little bit more separated. Wouldn't want the Lincoln family to come after you for copyright laws. Patty Pride. Purple is his favorite drink. Is that like Patty Pride? It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia in some way? I don't remember anyone drinking purple, but it sounds like something that Charlie would do. B. Hampton, the head concierge at the Stickmin Space Resort. He was one of the first Toppats to convert and helped with the transition of the others. That was a question I have about the resort. Are the attendees of the resort everyone who just happened to be on this ship, or are people flying up there to come visit now? Is it open to the public like that? Carlos Candela. He's bad at pool. Like, really bad at pool. I mean, look at that technique. Just sad. We have Elizabeth Green. She's here on her honeymoon, one of the Stickmin Space Resort's most common bookings. And Lars Green, he's here with his wife for their honeymoon. Both of them have always wanted to go to space. So that answered the question of people coming to space in order to get married, in order to go to the resort. And then they might get married once they're there. There's this guy who had bad facial hair. Maybe it wasn't him. There's a character that's like, he always wished that he could grow a better beard. Whoever, wherever, I can't seem to track them back down now. That is then everything from that particular line. Radofus is what he does there. So he does kind of like just a flip around of that. Oh, there's a guy. He ran away off to the side there. That's a really tough one to get. But you do have to do the Rusto Foo, or whatever he says, ending. Fail. The yell. Radofus. That's funny. A funny way to mess around with it. I gotta be prepared. On the left-hand side, he's quick. He's like immediately running as soon as it enters that section. It's a pretty long cutscene as well. The overall end-to-end amount of animation and cutscenes in this might be more than half an hour. No, I just barely got him. He had already kind of like disappeared. That's this guy here, Tane Flargenstow. His hat wobble technique is something to behold. There's a few others like this guy with the hole in his hat. And these two that I kind of am suspicious that I've missed. I'll have to worry about them later, probably after I've played through all the different available things through the hub here. I like that it tells you what you've started or completed. I have 4 left to do. It's 1:43 in the morning. I am going to bed, and I'll be back to finish this up. For you, it's going to be no time at all. And nary a second has passed. We still have the relentless bounty hunter avenue of things to do, and that has 4 of its own branches. The Toppat leader arrested, right-hand man defeated, tank stolen, pardoned. I thought it was paranoid of the government. Perhaps I'm paranoid. Pardoned by the government. And then we have one of these, which this one is another more like government-related thing. We can bring back Charles. The quick flashing reminder thing will be helpful for me. Right-hand man done. He's arrested, pardoned, got my very own Newgrounds tank, and then just my boy Charles is just always down to be helping out. This one seems almost the most directionless. At least the first of the 2 setups, like the infiltrating the airship one. Henry Stickmin, Charles Calvin. We're getting our own like action movie opening thing. General Hubert, Gale Force, John Frog, Puskin, Eel, Turtle, Toppat, airship, Doggo Boggo jungle.
Altitude 20,000 feet. Wind speed nominal.
The right-hand man and the Toppat clan forces. Oh, I thought there'd be none of them.
I called ahead and got the all clear from the general. I'm sure you've got a lot of questions. Don't worry, he'll fill you in when you arrive.
Henry's just turned into a full-on action hero in this ending. like Rambo,
Squad waiting for you when you
any
arrive.
Schwarzenegger character.
All right, time to drop.
Now you gotta do it without a parachute, Henry. One, parachutes just tend to not work out very well for you as a person. But you gotta really sell it. I don't know if anyone really is going to immediately believe you as an action hero. Alright, I'm convinced. He can do it. Motivator missing.
There he is.
Do you think he's as legendary as they say?
Oh, I almost missed those. He's precisely as legendary as they say. Did you see that awesome drop in?
Henry, really kept us waiting, huh? Nice to meet the legend in person.
Ooh, getting our Metal Gear Solid call on.
Henry, glad to see you made it safely. Let me introduce you to your
Cheekbones.
squad. First off is John Pilkson. He's been doing this for 30 years and he excels at stealth. He'll
Oh,
be your
that's like a
go-to man
snake.
For anything involving stealth. He'll be
Pilskin
going by the codename
thing.
Frog. Next up is Gordon Banks.
I think,
He's
like
a master when
escaping
it comes to
LA.
electronics. He knows his way around any interface, and he'll be very helpful when it comes to hacking. He'll be going by the codename EO. Lastly, we have Amelia Estevao.
Myself and Charles are
Demolition
not
expert.
hackers.
She's known to tackle problems head on and will blow a hole in any problem. Her codename, Turtle. General, what's all this about? Frog.
Doing
I'll
a
do the
full-on
briefing
Snake
again.
reference.
Recently learned of the Toppat clan's plan to launch a space station into orbit around the
I
Earth.
realize Snake the name is a reference to Metal Gear Solid, but then Pliskin I think might be. It's a lot going on
The
there.
world easily, with no way for anyone to counterattack. The Toppats, weren't they brought down by Henry? Unfortunately, no. Only their leader was captured. They're now being led by the previous.
I thought, you know, you cut the head off the snake.
I thought he was defeated. Seems someone's fixed him up and given him.
You're really out of the loop
cybernetic
here, aren't
enhancements
you?
to do. He'll be quite a handful to deal with. So we're just cleaning up another mess. Well, it is what you do best. Your mission is to capture or eliminate the right-hand man. We'll be launching an all-out
We
assault
gotta
on the
eliminate
compound
that
at the
guy.
same
He's a
time.
big problem.
Focus being on preventing the
Continuously.
rocket from launching. Sounds like a good time.
Ah.
That's why we're sending
It's always
all
gonna
you.
have a little bit of that
Good luck
between
out
every
there,
sentence.
The raid's starting. Let's get in there and find it.
This seems like a dramatically
need to get
different
past that
game.
guard.
Just in terms of like the setup and everything. I don't know, I really like it. I like that they basically went with a different genre entirely for it. It's a really funny payoff to things. Close quarters, covert, stealth, or dance off. I'm going straight for the dance off. Do not. Sometimes I like to save the silly one. Like, you know, 90% of the options are silly, but something like that I would save for last. But I thought it would work a little better than that. Sneak, increase to 42. Quick little Skyrim, or maybe Elder Scrolls in general. This never would have happened at 100. 42 sneak is, like, good. That game is so broken. At, like, 30 sneak, you can get away with literally anything.
Wait. Wololo. Narwini.
What the hell just happened?
Stand guard.
Erectus.
There's no one here.
They must be out fighting.
Looks like they left in a hurry.
Oh, there was a
Gotten
little
into their
Among Us guy.
security.
Damn it.
Looks like the right-hand man is holed up in the warehouse. The hulls are completely empty. We should be able to get close without getting detected.
Oh, did I miss my chance there? Dang.
What's the plan, sir?
Keep the door secure.
There he is.
Let's do this.
We're just gonna... Is dance off gonna be an option in every single one of these? Two things here. I have to go back a step because I'm pretty sure that Wololo is like an Age of Empires thing. How has that meme or reference been extrapolated to this point? Like, I don't see the connection or through line to a covert thing in any way, shape, or form. We'll also just try and get in a quick little fight. Oh, wow, we really drove him hard there. Henry, are you all right? Answer me! Henry! Is that like... not Rambo. Rocky, the other one. The other Stallone character that's an R word that's only a few letters long.
Wait. Wololo.
I just don't get it. Narwini, I don't get that either. We somehow turned him
guard.
into a police officer.
There's no one here.
Like he's
They
on
must
our
be out
team
fighting.
now?
It looks like they left in a hurry.
I thought we were gonna
Gotten into their security.
turn into someone else.
Looks like the
I'm
right-hand
so
man is holed up in the
confused.
warehouse.
Keep the door secure.
Oh, I also snagged a couple more bios
Let's
during that
do
moment
this.
there. And even then, I'm a little suspicious that I might have missed at least one. Yeah, there's a couple guys here during that scene that I did not quite grab.
What's the plan, sir?
This guy with the pink hat in the back there.
There he is.
Let's do
There's
this.
at least one more through all that I never quite figured out, but maybe he'll be in this part here. Cluster charge, suppressing fire, dogpile, going with lots of weaponry.
This guy
Cluster
did
charge.
launch a cluster of bombs through the door.
I couldn't quite see what it said there. Through the door. Oh, it actually kind of worked. You killed yourself. It worked the tiniest bit. Nice triple kill, dude. That must have been like a Counter-Strike thing, like the kill, you killed yourself. The shocked face is just its own little bit of fun. I'm surprised shooting like grenades through a door like that worked at all. It's a pretty flimsy door that you could just punch through. But that piece of technology seems like it would be relevant in many other games and movies and things. It
We'll
seems
provide
like a
suppressive
great option.
fire. You loop around and get behind him. Now go.
Who put you in charge? You're just like a pretty regular guy in this situation here.
You. I'll see you.
Oh, there was the one. I totally missed him.
I was gonna hunt you down when we got set up, but now you just fall right into my lap. Go on your feet.
Those guys are just
give you
stuck
one
fighting
shot.
in some infinite little loop there, trading blows. Who's that? Chilling behind that bush back there. We just rock, paper, scissors with him. Quick Rochambeau. I do like that the dance-off is just a thing every single time, and it cease. No more of that. I feel like he's gonna get shot in the face every time until like the last of these branches. Like there's gonna be one more failure there, at least one, like probably a success at that stage. That's what I think it's building towards. Dogpile.
Oh, we doing a dog pile?
Oh, heck yeah, dog pile?
Woohoo! When was the last time you did a good old dog pile? It's been a while for me. Everyone pile on. He didn't seem to enjoy it. I guess being on the bottom is the worst. You never want to be the
You
one
loop around and get
to
behind
be
him.
the first
go.
victim of a dog pile. It's fun to start a dog pile, but being on the bottom, not great. I'm waiting to grab that guy right there. And then, this guy hiding behind this bush, flip back over. Can't click on that guy, even though he's hiding back there like a creeper. Alright, cheap fighting combo. Do I just spam, or like crouch kick that 1,000 times over and over? That's gotta be like a Street Fighter combo, or like an exploit in probably like any fighting game. The held frames of animation for the contact and everything is like directly lifted from those games. That's unbelievable. I love how you just milked that. Your cybernetics are totally useless, dude. I finally figured out what the heck his voice is reminding me of. Oh, it was driving me crazy. If anyone's ever watched James Lee, the animator, he's known for doing like Tarboy, really outstanding, incredible animation. I think it won like Animation of the Year on Newgrounds back when it came out. I think it did. But he has been doing these series of videos now where he kind of combines real life and animation, and he animates himself. Like he films himself live action in a way that feels like an animation. It's so hard to describe. But he also edits his voice and it sounds just like that. Super worth looking up. James Lee. Totally recommend it so wildly highly. His newest series where he's doing that is incredible. Finish him. So I guess maybe the entire fighting exploit thing might have been a little bit more Mortal Kombat-y, because that certainly is.
Yo, he's needing like a new boss man.
Why is Ali G here? This is Toppat. For some reason, a Spartan kick coming from like a rando character there. Maybe his name will be something Leonidas related. I gotta know more. John Frog Pilskin. So he's frog instead of snake. Apparently Solid Snake, briefly known as Iroquois Pliskin. It's Pliskin instead of Pilskin in the original game. I wonder how many comments I received in the interim there, where I was trying to figure out what the hell the name was, the reference and everything before just looking it up myself. And Snake from Escape LA is played by Kurt Russell, incredible, is actually Snake Plissken, but spelt with 2 S's. So I'm kind of curious, did Metal Gear come after those John Carpenter movies, and that Solid Snake's original name is actually in some way a reference to the Escape from LA? I always just thought it was 2 characters with the name Snake. One of them is actually referencing the other, I think. A master when it comes to stealth and infiltration. Grr. This like his usual grunt that he says before and after most things. Gordon Eel Banks, a tech wizard. If it's electronic, he can work his magic. Oh, that's why Electric Eel. The name makes more sense than I gave it any credit for. Amelia Turtle Esteban. Is that an Emilio Estevez reference? Kind of, somehow, a little bit. A demolitions expert. She loves blowing stuff up and hates when things take too long. Just like a gender-bent version of the coach from the Mighty Ducks. Mr. Goldblum. He used to be a CEO before he was found embezzling funds to the Toppat clan. He has come up before. At least I could have sworn that name was familiar. I'm unable to track him down now. Howie Howitzer. He was an orphan taken in by the Toppat clan. They gave him a name in hopes he'd live up to it. He hasn't. Pinkman. He's not affiliated with any chemistry teachers or cartels. He just has a pink hat, a Jesse Pinkman reference. Ambert Downs. This is his first tour, and he knew it would be a doozy. Rupert Price. Oh, man. Here's another random character that's carried forward through most of the games. Escaping the prison, Rupert Price. He's been on the force for nearly 8 years. He joined the police academy right out of high school. His workplace suffered a huge embarrassment. He's determined to work extra hard now. He's moved up through the ranks quickly. He felt he could do more in the military than he was as a policeman. I don't think he shows up in Fleeing the Complex. But he's come back around, eventual payoff there, and he seems as committed as ever to the sideburns. He's been going on more and more intense missions ever since his police days. Really seen it ramp up. Bort Sampson, he thought he had a unique name, but he's met at least 5 other Borts. Excuse me, sir, my son's name is also Bort. Love the Simpsons reference. Mr. Thick, one of the Toppat's best chefs. He makes the fattest burgers and the juiciest steaks. But I guess that's kind of like jukiest? It's missing an I in there. Peanut. It's ironic because he has a peanut allergy. Ali Jean, one of Sacha Baron Cohen's characters from like the days of Borat, before Borat even. Him be like wicked mental. Big up yourself. It's so weird to throw that in there, man. That's like, I guess Puffballs is probably a similar age to me in that he grew up with Ali G being a thing. Although even I'm like kind of a little too young for Ali G. I saw it mostly through my older brother. Antonidas Sparta, so it's kind of Leonidas, but then Sparta. He can kick through a solid steel beam with ease. That's some heavy-duty kicking. How did you have another bio? We've had like a modified version of him and a non-modified version, but now like I was supposed to click him again before he died probably, but after breaking his cybernetics, I truly wasn't expecting that. So like here, not quite. Here, after his stuff's all broken, I'm just spam clicking. There must be a certain selection here where he like comes back. If I rewire him, I can make him good. There it was. That was funny. Clicking twice like that. No bio, like seconds apart there.
Hold it. The top bets are finished. You're not going anywhere.
Quite the redemption arc here.
Happening?
Stand back, Henry.
What?
I'll take care of this guy.
What are you doing? You're our boss. You're really gonna side with the guy who locked up the chief?
You're gonna start scrambling his brain. He's not gonna know what to think anymore. You can fight it, right-hand man. Oh, deep down, he's always gonna be a Toppat. There's no rewiring that. For a minute, it seemed like it was gonna work. It was like really going deep into that like potential storyline there. You know, all the different Zelda references and all this time, I don't think there's been an ocarina on screen once and a reference to, oh, that would have been useful once. I'm excited to finally be using it. Charles' song! Yes! I was curious because that was clearly a unique song. We're taking him with us? I guess that was the main thing, because we've...
Put out the signal.
Oh, damn it, I missed one there. So we'd kind of put an end to the previous leadership.
What we do? Yo, we is needing like a new boss man.
Come on, man. I'll lead us through this.
No, I will. Is anyone there? We need to take off immediately.
Who put you in charge?
Got another group that surrendered here.
That sounded a little like David Firth, the guy who does like salad fingers and stuff. The immediate power struggle is so funny. It reminds me of the Rick and Morty, like, the man who controls the pants controls everything.
Members escaped, but they're all in small groups now. They won't be causing us any significant problems.
Maybe in like a decade when they build themselves back up again,
Think about going pro.
then there'll be like 10 major things to worry about. Wanted, and then there's a eye patch guy, big butt chin, and then the guy who's like cloud face or whatever, the master bounty hunter. We're building our way up. There was quite a bit... I can't believe the ocarina worked. Does that mean the dance-off isn't going to work? Oh, maybe that's funnier that it literally just never pays off and works. It really seemed like Charles was just going to crash into the ramp there. That really is his deal.
We've got him. Put out the signal.
One guy off to the side there. Can't click the sun. This guy, there's a guy who pops up in between these two. Wasn't there? I could have sworn that was a thing. In between these two. That guy got him, just barely. That's gotta be a 3-starer. Another string of bios. Oh, there's a guy with a chewed up hat that I missed. Where was he? Brian Reynolds, is that like a Ryan Reynolds? He could have been a model, but wanted to do something more important with his life. I guess that's kind of what that's going for. Right-hand man Blue. He's been rewired to protect Henry at all costs. The Toppat loyalty is so deep. Can it really be completely removed? Turns out no. Stephen Willis. He doesn't do combat at all, but he's often needed to run as support. Wayne the Stone Jensen. We have our very own rock character, Headstrong. He cooks things that smell very fragrant. He's been wanting to take leadership for a while. He just hasn't found the right opportunity. Rock cool Steve Dallas. Our own Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's been waiting for a leadership position to open up. He's not going to let it slip out from under him now. Dill Tally. He's always wanted to go on a stealth mission. He tries to be stealthy in every mission. He goes on to make up for it. That mission was... He stealthed in a moment that didn't quite call for it, but I appreciate the effort. Man, some of these are going to be so hard to track back down. We'll just worry about collecting more endings for the time being. Actually, I want to go back to this one first and dance off over here. This is a pretty solid punch. No! The game just refuses to let me have this. Well, that was... just really not how I thought that would go down. I thought maybe these guys would join in and it would still get erupted somehow. Stop it! Hey, you're the one who put all these options in and animated them all and made them a real thing. Take him out with us. The, like, worm's gravestone. That tiny half a second where he was, like, filled out was kind of gross. Henry bit the dust. Ha, ha, ha. Well, that seems unfair. Oh my god. The freeze frame of his face dissolving. Laser blaster beats scissors. You might be playing with slightly different rules than myself. I'm not familiar with that particular strategy. Else I would have considered using it for myself. We'll go with Ellie. Bringing Ellie in this time. The Toppat is like just kind of a fragmented group right now, but still operating. The government is fully on our side. I busted out with Ellie. The warden's taken down, so no worrying about the wall. That seems to be a pretty good combo. Ellie can join up with us, join our fun, I don't even know what to call it, government brigade. Okay, I was hoping that the tank would come back.
From the Toppats? That name sounds familiar. I think I heard of them when I was getting locked up at the wall. Criminal
You're really out of the
organization,
loop
right?
here.
And you crossed them.
You
huh?
haven't lived
We
multiple
gotta put
lives?
this bad boy to use.
Discovered
What do you say we
numerous
hit him again?
alternate timelines
I don't
and
know
plots?
about you, but I'm running pretty low on cash. Great. I'll get in touch with my contacts and find out where they're at.
Are we gonna team up as criminals together?
These tracks should lead us right to the secret Toppat base.
I think even just the way she's riding it is kind of a Newgroundsy thing.
Train. I think there's supposed to be... There it is.
Like, I
The
think
money
Steve the
cart.
Tank Man does
Pretty
that.
Sure that cart contains all the money they've amassed. There's our payday. Let's take it to 'em.
Is that not like a decoy? Did they literally label it in that way? Oh, come
Oi,
on.
you hear that?
Oh, good. I didn't miss my chance entirely. Cool purple car. Are we pulling off a train heist right now? Because that's incredible. Yeah, don't show how you managed to jump the tank. That doesn't require any explanation or follow-up of any kind. There's an additional gunner in there. Oh, there's another car full of people. Get back here. We'll just wait it out. I'm sure it'll be fine. Don't stop now. Maybe I can't get that guy. Just hunker in the bunker. That's what tanks are for. Yeah, I don't know why you guys are riding on the outside. It really makes it seem like tanks must have like viewports though, right? Nice tank. Only way to see is to be looking out the top. It seems untrue, but I don't know enough about tanks to disprove it. But just start shooting them. Not really pointed at anything, are you? Could derail the entire train though.
Boss, the train's in trouble. I can't stop it!
I'm on the way.
Oh, that was cool. The way his eye like kind of glitched out for the comms
that's
check.
one way to do it. Now, how are we gonna get all this money out of here?
The force lifting worked pretty well last time we worked together. Tried to lift like something other than my throat, but we could still give it a try. It's really funny to tie that back in and like make it a bit of a recurring thing. We get it. You lift. Quit bragging about it. I have to hear one more time about your protein. Fulton. But that's... No, it's still good, I think. Obscure reference.
Doesn't belong to you.
Where all of them must have had silly things like that. I'm backstepping. Purse of holding. Just infinitely load this up with as much money as possible. Couldn't you just like open it up and like comb it through everything? You two look like you could use some patented purse of holding carrying purses. That's got to be a deeper reference to something or other. I want to see what the other like two things are that pop up in that moment. Are they all just obscure reference, unexpected results, silly something or other? Oh, I did the wrong one. Silly, like non-option, unbelievable choice. Obscure reference that looks kind of like worms is the only one that I actually saw. Your suggestion's really dumb option. And then there was like a tiny little bit of extra text there. Maybe it's like, you know, an uncommonly dumb option. It's not like they're ever dumb, ever. The Wombo Combo. I mean...
Stickmin!
Hey! Rather than his Falcon Punch, he finally learned how to reel it in and do his own thing. Wow.
Seems like we're out of the danger zone.
He got really just
That should do the
crushed there. Wow, did you just kind of rip that out of his feet? Maybe those were his feet, I think, that you just attached to the end there. Wow, that worked incredibly well. You two just robbed that entire thing? It's really effective heist pulling, guys. I was just thinking, if Henry alone can spam attack and defeat Right-Hand Man, then the two of them probably would have a good chance. Capital gains. I really like the stocks way of writing that out. Actually, all the commitment to making them have these unique fonts and titles for everything is is a fun attention to detail. Shell bounce. Well, this seems like it'll pay off sooner or later. Damn. Ouchie, ouchie. Is that supposed to be like a Super Mario Strikers? I think you kick around a soccer ball in Strikers. Needle.
What are you doing?
I'm taking us all down. Ah, right. One of them can fly. And it was neither of us. What was the point of that? Not the sharpest idea. Gonna pin the blame on you for that one. Do you really needle that money? Alright, that one was a stretch. And that itself is kind of a self-referential callback to when he made a lot of like electrical voltage watts jokes, I think. There was like 4 of them, and the 4th one was a little weaker than the rest. I dig it. He very tactfully referenced back to another game there. But this is a pretty short series of endings and things. Like this particular string only ended after a couple steps. Henry betrayed Ellie, lost the lead. Okay, that's Counter-Strike. That's at least one Counter-Strike thing that I can, like, actually recognize on my own. Someone's going to tell me that I'm wrong and that that's not Counter-Strike. A few more bios from this segment here. Stoneface. You will never get an emotion out of his face. Quincy Tattle Muffin. His family's been to the Toppat clan for generations. They've never really made a name for themselves, though. You'd think that would stick around in people's minds. It's a pretty big one. Fred Worst. He really is just the worst. And I think I already have those full pages. We're getting there. Slowly. Steadily. Wow, there actually is not that many left. 14? Is that what that works out to? Pretty solid. We'll finish this all up soon enough. We kind of put a stop to the Toppat clan, not really. Stole a tank, pardoned by the government, fled undetected, Ellie abandoned. I always feel bad about circling back to this one. I'm glad I'm not putting it off till the last, because it's just kind of permanently a sore spot. Don't feel good about it. Wow.
You're gonna be pretty tired of waking up like this. That's right.
Yeah, it's a shocking number of times.
You took me out. Well, nobody gets away from the Toppat clan. As soon as we got into orbit, I'll make sure to go down and capture you. Now.
You made it real personal. Quick, start pulling out some like Mission Impossible things. Or like dislocate your shoulder or something. Is that not an option somewhere? Magic spell. Your magic has had varied success. Your frost, fire. I think he's tried something other than electric. He's done a lot. They kind of always fail. I'm kind of stunned that that one actually finally worked out. Lockpick, metal hat, bomb, and melt ray. Lockpick. I'm sure that'll work on an electronic door with, you know, nothing. Just try it a few more times. Just kind of jingle it around in there. It's kind of funny that they left it on, like, the wrong HDMI, so there's nothing on the screen. You gotta stop trying this, man. Oh, it's actually, like, becoming a thing. There is no lock. I saw that there was an achievement that had something to do with locks, or it had a bobby pin or something, so I kind of thought there would be something worthwhile pursuing it further. So there's definitely an achievement to be had here. Fine. You want a lock? There's your lock. Is that gonna work? Aw, damn it. No lock, no problem. You should have just moved on to something else. Try, if at first you don't succeed, try again until reality bends around you to your will, and then it works. Did you guys not grow up with similar life lessons from your parents? Doors open. I like the ones that technically worked. Ooh, it's a nice metal design. Metal Mario. Oh, I finally got the guy with the hole in his hat.
Henry's escaped. He's on his way towards the main cabin now, coming from wing 7.
That was like half cough. It kind of hurt. Rare.
Locked himself in Armory 7.
Who left this open?
Who left it open? It's very whiny. You're just gonna complain like that? A pew-pew gun, a big sword, unbarreled grenade launcher, which that's totally like the old SNES thing. That's like probably Cloud, right? That death was probably fine. Like all of that was probably Final Fantasy, right? That's a big boy sword. For big boys only. Oh, okay, I'll just go with the teeny little boy's under-barreled grenade launcher then. Ah. It was effective. But we maybe got a little bit more than we bargained for. Who brings a grenade launcher onto a space station? Seriously, honestly. Well, it seemed like a decent idea. There's a lot of things on this space station that are quite questionable. I'm not sure how up to code it all really is. I wouldn't have thought that duck hunting these guys would be as effective as it was.
He's got one of our guns. He's monster us like crazy. We can't stop him.
The phone thing icon on his... I love that. I was kind of looking around assuming there'd be an Among Us hidden somewhere in the background. This guy's got elasto arms too.
Stayed in your cell.
On top of everything else. Nano suit, harden, sweep the legs. Well, I kind of like the idea that he's had the secret Iron Man option the whole time, but it also just like metapoding is kind of funny. But I'm gonna sweep the legs.
Oh, now that's cute.
Okay then. That's gonna be an ouch for me, dog. The way he kind of turned into like a rough sketch version of himself. He got pummeled very hard. Oh. It's not very effective. Really committing to the Pokemon bit. Ugh. There's something very gross about turning yourself into a rock and getting crumbled. It's a devastating death. Nano suit. Oh, hell yeah.
It's not gonna help you.
Says you.
Impressive. But that's not gonna...
Like, it seems pretty badass to me. Can you breathe in space? Apparently he can. He shot you right in the butt. Or did you dodge that? It kind of seemed like he clipped you. It's a very slow run. Oh, his missiles, his lasers are still very strong. I can see why he would think that it wouldn't help us. You don't have time to read the instruction manual for that suit. But why doesn't it come with some sort of like automatic... useful things?
Chief, we lost a solar panel.
Yeah, I know. I'm dealing with it.
Okay. Don't even get snippy about it.
Where'd he go?
Is that going to completely take down this ship? Threw it off its axis? 3 separate satellites. Plus, like, let's just go home. I've had enough of all this. It's been a tricky day. I think we ought to just get out of here. Toasty. It's like kind of Mortal Kombat reference. I feel like it would be more if there was like a guy who popped up and went toasty. But I'll take it. I'll take the slight reference while we got it. Just every satellite? Oh, okay. I was thinking like
me again. We're picking up a data stream from our broadcast.
It seemed like it was gonna shoot a laser beam.
Don't say.
Yeah, just keep saying attack, 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 fire, shoot the laser. Oh, hang on.
He's trying to Morse code in commands. Next time you want to attack, don't use a communication satellite. Yeah, but look at that looked like it was a power charger for a big old devastating beam. This one looks like a missile. We'll just chuck it at the power station. There we go. That's... I thought it was just going to start thrusting us away. Front towards enemy. Someone's got to have like a this way up label on that guy, you know? The labeling was generally unclear, and I will not take any blame for poor instructions. It's on the teacher.
Hey, sir. Sorry to bother you. One of our offsite drop pods is on a direct collision course with the station.
What?
3, 2, 1. Get out of there.
Right-hand man, little slow reaction there, don't you think? I feel like usually he's quite good at putting a stop to something like that. Huh, that was effective. That more than many other... Oh, he managed to live, did he?
Took out our central core. We don't have any power.
Oh, he's
Really
missing an
get down to
arm.
Earth without it. So we're kind of just stuck.
Are these guys just gonna like
that
run out
guy
of
anyway?
oxygen up here?
Why'd you grab him?
That's pretty awful. Free man. I feel like that one more than most felt like I kind of dumb lucked my way through the entire thing. Like whatever things were working throughout were just kind of rando. Things are always random in these games. The release mechanism is located near your thumb on the right hand. It's a small button with a missile symbol on it. All you need to do is hit that to fire off the missile. Warning, if you do not disconnect the missile, it may activate while still connected to your suit. You gotta just, like, take on some autonomy for yourself, super suit. Do you want me to memorize all of these things myself? Got a little bit of, like, a Smash Bros. And a Star Fox thing at once. Unfortunately, it only reflects projectiles. All you have to do is punch him. The Melt Ray. This seems like it would be very effective. I'm almost feeling like I should have seen that coming. But really, how could I have? Yeah, it melted all right. And the remote, just open, right? Just open. Oh, okay. Oh, Among Us. Man, Henry was not the imposter. That's totally an Among Us thing. I haven't played the game, but I've seen some of it, and I feel like you gotta determine which one's the alien, and then you can eject them. Seems like there's still an imposter. Among Us. If I click it, I hope it, like, opens the Steam store. Nothing. It doesn't do anything. I thought that would be really funny, though, to just, like, commit to that little, like, bit of salesmanship there. And the inner strength. You can just find it within yourself. He's gonna break his back or something. Rip his shoulders out. Can't break those cuffs. They're too tough. Maybe the Among Us things haven't been as crazily hidden as I was expecting. The fact that I found all but 3 of them just going through things normally is like a pretty good sign overall. Faked Death did not find Ellie. I am fairly certain this would be the last path. This is the one, the last one. I didn't intentionally leave any of them till the end or anything. This just kind of came about. We'll see how it all comes together. This has all been so exciting, as it currently stands. This has been like my game of the year. It blew away my expectations.
Chief? Yes, we have all the goods loaded up on the train. Ugh, I don't want to be on caravan duty. Oh, it's not so bad. You get to sit on the train and hang out.
Just loves trains.
All our stolen valuables, all the money, all that. Oh yes, I suppose that's true. We have all of our money in one cart. I suppose that's pretty important to protect.
That's a pretty unwise choice.
Well, guess we better get going.
Plus, you guys made it the most obviously labeled one possible. Plan? I want to see that plan in more detail. What did we map out for ourselves there? Going on a solo train heist this time around. It made a lot of sense with Ellie. Great teamwork. Yeah, just shoot it, right? Join the caravan was an option. Well, did you only have one missile? The cannon is angled up so far. Yes, it truly is. Did you not learn instruction manuals, Henry? You gotta figure this stuff out. Ram it.
Mr. Macbeth, passenger car 3.
He's reading Choo Choo magazine. That's my favorite thing. Well, this seems like it'll work out, right?
Looks like he's headed towards the money cart. I'll gun him down.
Gun him. Gun him, Duggan, the character. Go inside.
Okay, is everyone ready?
I came right to them. Maybe they didn't notice? We'll just wait this one out. Surely his aim is just terrible. It's hard to shoot while you're on a moving thing. This gives a new definition to bullet time. Commander. What did we just land in? Yeah. Oh no. Get out. No free rides. Is the Commander a type of truck? I'm totally missing something there. Agility. Go full Pokemon on him.
He got away. We can't follow through the tunnel.
Do I have to do everything myself?
That is a pretty good trick, actually. Tunnels really make or break a train heist, don't they? I didn't expect those to be new.
All the trouble. I didn't expect to have
this guy's really having his moment. Okay, Mr. Macbeth going full Undertale, which is just an amazing commitment to this bit. But this guy was like a 1-star bio to discover, and I kind of thought it was weird that he was that easy to find. Now I'm understanding that he totally has his own like full thing. Well, try to act. Perhaps you'll take a bribe? Also curious, Henry's level 18, which has to do with, like, level of violence in Undertale. Yeah, Henry's been a pretty violent guy. You attempt to bribe Mr. Macbeth with the Toppat's own money. This money ain't even yours, kid. Oh god, okay, he's just gonna shoot me no matter what. There's no dodging that. Henry really bribes? No dignity. Well, let's see if we could just try and fight. Oh man, this is its own entire branch of fails and everything. Mirror. You equipped the mirror. Just try and flash it back at him. That was crazy effective. Mr. Macbeth was defeated. It's just a little pile of ash. Seems like that was the main problem, right? Now we've taken care of the main problem. By land, by air, oh, not B-U-Y. I thought we were going to use the money within the cart and be like, oh, get off my property, I own this land now. We'll just escape using the train. Surely they can't catch us. Everyone who's on, okay, there you go, decoupling the train, that's a pretty good strategy. Oh god. Gotta slow it down, bud. Watching you make choices is such a train wreck. I do want to see if that guy was like the pale hat as an extra character. I didn't think so. That's still just someone trying to chase us from the one of the previous fails. If only we had a donut, perhaps we could have stopped that train. It just crawls out from under it? Huh. I don't really see, like, I think you had to be on the train for that to work. Now nobody gets to have it. There. Now nobody gets to have it is more the attitude that's putting off. Just put it out to sea before anyone has a chance to do anything about it. It seems like that would just sink like a stone. It managed to right itself back up.
This is pretty bad.
Yeah, you guys suck at your job. Effective heisting Henry. I like how the whole time, even though they have guns and things, he was just like, see ya, so long. They're used to seeing like the airplane over a map. I feel like that was a little different.
And forget it, come back. Takeoff's more important.
A new take on that is what I'm saying. A little nest egg. We just get to go live in the jungle, bury that for ourselves. That was a lot of bios in a lot of unexpected places, and it might have filled in a few blanks for me. Oh, I still have this guy. Not a clue what ending that one's a part of. I don't even know where to start looking, unfortunately. Blast Connors. His ego is one of the biggest in the entire Toppat clan. Matilda Ivy. She has probably the coolest hair out of any Toppat member, and she knows it. Yeah, you gotta flaunt that if you got it. MF Jones, which I think that's a horrible horrible bosses thing. If you mess with him, he will mess you up. His full name is Millhouse Fillmore Jones, not mother, father. Bartolomeo, an opera singer who was refused payment after a show. The Toppat clan offered him the revenge he was seeking. Wait, what? So is that like, what the hell? No, I'm not following that one, honestly. It's not a Batman thing, which is where my brain originally went. Larry the guy. He gave up his career of cable. Why are you asking about cables? He doesn't know anything about that. Why does everyone always want their cable solved? A grunt. He's just Grunt. Maybe that is his name. Maybe he's not a grunt. He showed up to the Toppat clan dressed like this. They're not going to turn down a great fighter, though. It might be like a Warhammer Fallout. I'm not entirely sure. Mischievous Martin. Part of the planning division in the Toppat clan, he used to run legendary pranks. Mr. Teal. He thinks his hat is teal. It's more of a cyan, really. And Don Miguel. His RPG character owns a magical shop. Or was it a ship? Oh, we filled in this guy, Chip Crumb. He got some crappy secondhand Toppat when he joined. He's really been rethinking his membership lately. You have to go out and buy your own Toppat. You're not supplied or outfitted. I guess he is outfitted with one, but if you want a good one, you got to go out and spend your own money. Holy cap! The hole in his hat was caused by the laser incident, which there's been a lot of lasers. I honestly don't even know which specific one that could possibly be. Chuck Wellington. He might be returning. His great-grandfather is the inventor of beef, allegedly. Oh, chuck steak is also a thing. Beef Wellington. There's a lot of meat-related things going on there. Fred Finestone. He always runs around barefoot and shouts a super loud catchphrase. Wubba yubba gubba. People tend to avoid him. Yeah, he's not a very friendly or fun guy to be around. You're kidding me. In all of this, I think I'm missing this one guy. You, whoever you are, mustachio, tiny glasses, what story branch were you a part of? I have no idea where to go looking for that guy. It's the one. I'm just missing the one. Well, we have a couple more fails to discover, so we'll worry about that in the meantime. Just attack. Wow, he's got crazy defense, doesn't he? Is it possible to avoid that? I'm thinking no, not in the least. Seeing the conductor riddle you with bullets, it fills you with determination. I love it. Mercy, I'll spare ya. He's not taking me seriously. Seemed a little unfair. Oh, mercy me. And potentially the last fail? Join the caravan. They won't notice. Oh my god, there he is. I got all the bios. Oh, I could recognize that he was driving a truck. I just didn't really understand where or when. Ooh, all you had to do was follow the dang train, Henry. Yeah, driving along beside it made much less sense. Or just behind everyone else? I don't know why you chose to make that so hard on yourself. Clement Warrantine. He was fed up driving trucks for a living, so he turned to smuggling. Now he's one of the Toppat's best drivers. Well, he had the relevant experience. It would have showed up on his resume, presumably, and then they knew where to best apply him. There are all of the endings. All of the endings. It's crazy how many there are. Assemble the crew. I'm missing a couple of those and 2 secret achievements. That's pretty good. That's, for a first run through of things, I think I did quite well digging that all up. It would be helpful if I could quickly consult what precisely I'm missing. I don't think I can go through 164 unique fails plus 16, however many successes. There's so many options. That's well over 200. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to consult a walkthrough to round out the last few. It's a little too daunting to take on. I have been playing a lot of video games the last few days. I'm ready to complete things and round it all out. Even with the available information, it's a little bit tricky to track down. Charles and I become a team together, go to the luxury bay, and there's one just chilling right there beside them. I can't believe I missed that one. It is a pretty brief little segment. Quick time event with the train going underneath the tunnel there. I was trying to click it and it wasn't working. I was just kind of clicking slightly off in the wrong spot. There's one here that I think I already got, and it's seeming like I might have missed the second. It's so hard to remember at this point. There was one right here. I totally grabbed that one. And then after all that cutscene coming back out of here, there was... Oh, did I grab the other? No. Then you have to use leaf mode. And I grabbed that one as well. Okay, I got both of them from this one. God, I'm so attentive. Oh, here's something that I need to do while I'm remembering. I don't want to miss this opportunity. I need to look through all this to find the correct ending. I feel like it's one of these final branches. Do not reveal. Don't do it. Seriously, nothing here. The multiverse imbalance is maxed out. But what do I do with that? Oh, it's charged up a lot, but it's not quite even where it needs to be yet. But in the same screen, you do call the Phantom, and there's a dark green one hidden in the foliage there. So I missed that one. It was kind of convenient that I was on the right screen. I had clicked on the sun so many different times throughout this game. It comes up like 1,000 times. And every single time I went looking for the hidden shoop-de-whoop, and it just never seemed to come up. Apparently, you specifically need to go to the capital gains ending. I guess I didn't click every son. I kind of was starting to commit to it less and less, the more often that, you know, it just wasn't working. He's so happy. Yes! Happy boy. It was no in the last one, so there's a full payoff for that guy, I guess. And honestly, this last one makes a lot of sense. I probably need to go a step back from it. It just makes sense that they would hide one in the vault room here. There's so much else going on. Should have thought to look for that there. So now, that means I have every achievement except for this very final last one. And with that, I can go back here. I thought that's what it took. I thought I needed to 100% everything else. What am I missing to create the full imbalance? I have 100%ed the game outside of this one achievement. So what am I missing? I closed the game and opened it back up. It put the sticky notes back on it. There we go. It just needed like a quick brain reset, I guess. Fix the imbalance. Alert. Multiverse at capacity. Initializing multiverse defragmentation. Who knew there was a limit? It seemed like the entire point was infinite possibilities, you know? Turns out it caps out. Too many branches, too many choices. Defragmentation complete. Warning, anomaly detected. Correcting anomaly. Is Henry the anomaly? Approximately 1 year ago. That's interesting to have a timeline all of a sudden, potentially.
Oh, a package, huh?
Oi, Dave.
Yep.
It's
I
Dave.
got a package here for someone named Henry. I love delivering packages.
Thank you for enjoying the Henry Stickmin games all these years. Wait. Oh my god. I didn't understand. But I think I... What? That's going all the way back around to when Dave is first delivering the package.
What?
At the beginning here.
Of course I checked it.
Which I guess there's kind of this funny idea that at the beginning of Breaking the Bank, which I'm sorry guys, I'm going to skip ahead here. Or like when you first do Breaking the Bank, like you could have brought any of that stuff along with you. Who knows? But like... And all throughout all the games, he's pulling them out of his Looney Tunes back pocket. Who knows where he's storing all these different devices and everything. But the idea that someone specifically sent a package to him is always a little bit strange and doesn't quite make sense as to why someone would throw him any aid. Because at this point in the series, he's never worked with the Wall or the Toppat clan or the government or anyone, or Ellie, anyone who could potentially be like an ally here. That's so funny. I never even thought about the continuity of that, but to bring it all back in that way is so damn funny. I love it. That's incredible. And basically with the multiverse thing, every fail, every win, every rank, every ending, they all count. It's all the full Henry continuity. It's all important. It's all a part of it. That was such a wild damn adventure. I can't believe the time, dedication, and commitment it would have taken to put all that together. Like, that's so above and beyond. Completing the mission was, like, the biggest labor of love. And all this, the remasterings as well, labor of love that I've ever seen. That blows me away, the time and dedication. And it just was so worth it. Probably my game of the year. It's like probably the most fun thing I've played in ages. And just like the time, effort, payoff, quality, I can't say enough good things about it. If anyone hasn't seen, I have a second channel, 2 left thumbs, but it's spelt out TWO. I'll have links to that in like the end cards, description and things. For the next like month at least, I'm going to be doing a lot of Henry related content over there. First up, I did a interview with PuffballsUnited, the creator of the entire series, and I'm kind of doing a combo video essay interview mashup that talks about the series, history, it's about a 20-25 minute video, so if you've been watching all these multi-hour things, that's nothing. It's a drop in the bucket. I'll make sure that also exists at the end of this full playlist of videos. I'll have it in the end cards. I'm going to plaster that all over the place. But in the weeks coming forward, I'm going to do like deep explorations of these games and look for all the Easter eggs and references in each of these. You guys have already been so helpful throughout, pointing out the ones that I'm missing. My game knowledge only runs so deep, and I tend to miss a few along the way. Once we get to even infiltrating the airship, that's going to inflate to a point that's very difficult to manage. There's going to be a lot to try and point out. It's going to get tricky, but by the time it gets to completing the mission, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that series unfolds. It's going to be a massive undertaking, but it's going to be so fun. It's my way of paying back to the series and trying to spread the love and get as many people interested in this as possible, because it's just unbelievable. Guys, please consider buying the game for yourself. You'll have fun with it. Endless fun. Even though you've seen it here, this is my own take, my own spin. Play it and get your own perspective and everything. What could I possibly have more to say about any of it? Thank you all so much for watching. This has been a very exciting journey for me over the course of the weekend here, playing through this full thing and having that live feedback of you guys like commenting and interacting as I'm actively editing and recording and everything. It's been really fun to commit hard to this. I hope there's other things on the channel that interest you guys. I hope if you enjoyed this, you'll enjoy other Let's Plays here as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you again.